Hello, this is Matt from Minim Guitars. This is just a quick video about my Supro Sahara reissue, which I got in 2018. There's not a lot of these about, so I thought I'd make a quick video just to sort of show you what it is, really. The originals came out in the mid-60s and had a completely hollow fiberglass body. The reissues, though, have got a chambered mahogany back piece with a moulded top, which is made from a material that they're calling acoustoglass. Which presumably is some kind of plastic. So it's got quite an interesting sound. The pickup is a Vistatone pickup, which is a single coil with a couple of magnets next to it, filling up the gap in the humbucker shell. So it's kind of like a P90, but with a magnet sort of on the side. So it's got a slightly different sound. It came with a rosewood saddle, which I have swapped for a Tune-o-matic bridge because I wanted to put heavier strings on it to get the C standard tuning. So it sounds nice and low. But obviously I didn't want to saw through that wooden saddle with these fat strings, so I thought the Tune-o-matic would be a better way to go. I've got lots of other guitars, so C standard was almost a way of justifying having another guitar on the wall, basically. So they're not all just standard, you know. Just out of interest, I've got a page here out of my old 2018 desk calendar which features this guitar, and it's from the same weekend, October 26th, so that's fun. Here's what it says. With an elegant German carve around the edge of the body and a Wedgwood blue finish, the Supro Sahara had an expensive looking design that belied its place at the lower end of a budget brand line. The Supro brand started in the mid-1930s as an all-electric line made by the Valco company of Chicago, which had started in the late 1920s in California as the National Company. In the post-World War II years, Valco abandoned the resonator guitars that had brought National to prominence and focused on electrics, with National as the main brand and Supro for budget models. Most of the company's amplifiers were also marketed under the Supro brand. In 1960, Valco introduced new lines of Nationals and Supros, with bodies that featured a front and back of moulded fiberglass, secured together by a rubber gasket around the edge. Despite appearances, the Sahara's body was not solid and its pickup was weak. The same could be said about its sails. Well, I like it anyway, and this is the reissue. They might have improved the pickup, you never know. But anyway, here's a little slideshow about what I did to it. That's the original bridge. It's pretty cool, but I didn't want to damage it with the heavy strings in case I want to go back to it at some point. There's the posts that it rests on, and you can see the adjustment there for the bridge, so you can intonate it a little bit. The Tune-o-matic is just a cheap one that came with the guitar kit. I measured it to make sure everything was spaced correctly, but obviously you can see there the holes are too large for the posts. So I made some dowels and filled them in there, then cut them off flush. I used the original bridge as a kind of template to drill out the holes. So now it fits with its little wooden bushing. I coloured the top to kind of match the wood a little bit. So there it's all finished, and by this point I had painstakingly swapped all the saddles over so I could have the adjustment screws on the back end. When I was looking into buying this thing, I was very intrigued as to the construction of it, because a lot was made about this acoustoglass top and the chambered mahogany back, but I couldn't find any pictures of the inside of it anywhere. So I thought I would just take it apart now and see what's inside. So if you're weird like me and you want to know what's inside this thing, then stick around. I haven't done this at all yet, so this is just as much a journey of discovery for me. So I don't really know where to start. It's got screws on the back, which presumably hold the top on, but I don't know if you need to take the neck off in order to dismantle the top, because it looks like you may have to, because there's a little lip on the edge of the top here. Does the top come off or does the back come off? I'm kind of feeling my way through the dark a little bit. I think perhaps the neck. I think I should take the plunge and take the neck off. It's only got 2 screws in the neck, which is unusual, but you know. So there's the neck out. So yeah, there are metal bushings in the heel there for the bolts to go in, so that's cool. I put the neck out of the way here. So now let's see if I can get this body apart. How does this, oh, hang on. There we go. Just pull what's inside. Oh, there you go. Okay, so we've got a ground wire going to, so that's what's inside. So you've got, this is the chambered mahogany back, obviously. It's covered in like a very, very thick sort of plasticky finish on there. The top, it looks more like fiberglass than plastic. That's a little earth cable there, so I don't want to pull them apart. So you've got a block of what looks like, I don't know what that is. Is that maple? This bit might be maple. That's conjecture. This bit of masking tape has come free. I don't know whether that's from opening it. Hang on, my earth's come out. Oh, it's literally just stuffed. The earth is just literally stuffed in the screw hole. So that's no problem. There's the back piece. Looks like it's one piece of wood. I can't see any, oh no, there's a seam, I think. So yeah, it's a very slim section. As I say, covered in this very thick layer of sort of plastic coating. There's the underside of the Acoustaglass top. So it's essentially a semi-hollow, this guitar, with the central block is two pieces that are just sort of pressed against each other. They're not attached. This is glued to the top though. This piece of wood is glued on there. This is 50s wiring, apparently. There you go, that's what's inside one of these. Now I've got to put it back together. Yeah, so it's pretty cool inside. It's quite simple construction. There's a bit of a fiddle getting the gasket back around the outside, but I got it there eventually. So be warned of that if you need to do any work on one of these. It's all back together now. It'll probably be a while before it stays in tune again. Well, that's enough of that anyway. So there you have it. That's the dismantling and remantling of a Supro Sahara. Well, now you've seen inside, I'll show you what it sounds like, and to demonstrate it I'll play a little bit of a song by Queens of the Stone Age, who use this tuning quite a lot. It's probably a little bit predictable choice, but you know, you've got it really, haven't you? I've got a looper pedal down here and a big muff as well, so look out for that. there you go, thanks for watching. Hope you found it interesting and informative, particularly if you're after buying one of these. I hope you were able to figure out what you wanted to know from this. But if not, feel free to ask me in the comments and I'll do my best to answer. It's a bit of a weird guitar, so there's not many review videos about it. The pickup is really cool. I really like the pickup. One thing I will point out is that due to the hardware being so tall on this, the strings are like an inch off the top of the body. So if you're used to playing Strats and Les Pauls and things where the strings are a lot lower, there's a bit of a learning curve where I was whacking my finger on it because I'm used to my relative hand height from the top of the guitar being down here, but you have to be further away, so it's more like, you know, playing a cello. I do really like it overall though. That's not so bad once you get used to it. I think it's pretty cool looking. I like guitars that are slightly weird but are still basically a traditional guitar shape. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for liking and subscribing and commenting and all that stuff. It's been quite fun reading what people say and kind of reassuring that I'm not just talking total bollocks. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.